Okay, we're talking about auto headland here, and when you have different slope or different angle of the headlands, how do you know when to turn the sections off and on or do the auto headland controls? Because if we're just looking at the center, then it's before, here it's straight on, that sort of thing. What I've done is the same technique that uses the variable width to determine auto turnaround on AB curve. I thought, well, the same thing can happen with the auto headland. So what we do is, you can see obviously that this one is 90 degrees and this one's about 70 degrees kind of thing. So the same sort of thing, we take the sine of it, in this case the sine because it's now 90 instead of 0, and you add that, or you multiply that by the equipment width. 1/2 of it then becomes just this triangle. So all we're doing is taking the sine of a triangle, what side opposite over the hypotenuse, and you get the extra distance it takes that the thing has to stay on. And from that you get a distance, you add the distance to what the point is, and you keep going that amount of distance. And the same with the tool. You just, instead of that being 0 right on the headland, you add that distance and you keep going, and then you shut it off. Anyway, it'll make more sense when we get going here. I want to go that way. So here you can see the angle is 69.7 and an additional 7.8 meters it needs to travel because that's on an angle. It doesn't matter which angle you come from, that sort of thing. Now it should turn on. See, now that corner turns on right at the headland. Before you, if you set it there, then it would go past this headland. But should have some music. There, see, shuts off perfectly. And now our distance is 0.06 meters, angle at 90 degrees. That means that there's no offset for this headland. So that works really slick. I don't think anybody, not John Deere, not anybody does this. So between AB curve on an auto headland and this, they don't exist other than in AGO Open GPS. So that's pretty cool. It works perfectly. I haven't tried every combination of headland, that sort of thing. If the headland was really curvy, then that might not work as well, because you do need kind of a bit of consistency. Otherwise, where do you pick the line at? So we can also crank that line over and then get going here. Now you can see it's 14 meters and it's almost a 40-degree angle on that headland. So you add 14 meters to this to make sure you get past everything. See, now it kicks on. And see, now this guy is what, 10 degrees? A few degrees. So yeah, 70 degrees, so it's 20 off. So it adds an extra 7.7 meters to the turnaround, and then about 3.8, 3.9 to the length before it turns it off. So yeah, it works really cool.